Right, so the Pittsburgh Steelers, Zach Azzanni. So Zach Azzanni, this is a very interesting hire. I think maybe even more interesting than Tom Arf. This guy's a lifer wide receivers coach. This guy's been coaching the wide receiver game. Okay, he played football at Central Michigan. He's been coaching wide receivers for the last 25 years. Young-looking 47-year-old guy from St. Louis, Missouri. All right. His coaching accolades include time at Central Michigan where Antonio Brown was the standout at Central Michigan. Then he worked with Urban Meyer, including his time at Florida. 1 year though at Florida. Maybe then became an OC at Western Kentucky during that time in 2011, but worked with Urban Meyer and the wide receivers there in 2010. Maybe Percy was on that team at Bowling Green. Then he saw the rise of Urban Meyer. He saw the rise of how it's done, of how you can win big. Then it looks like he then went to Wisco in 2012 before then landing with the Tennessee Titans. With Tennessee, let's see if this is the Tennessee Titans or the Tennessee Vols. Ooh, actually, it's the Tennessee Volunteers. So he doesn't actually have experience with Arthur Smith. I thought he spent time with the Tennessee Titans, but it's really the Vols. All right. So Tennessee Volunteers. Passing game coordinator, I think maybe Jawan Jennings, Josh Dobbs was on that team with Butch Jones. Then we look, he spent 1 year in Chicago, maybe under John Fox, didn't work. Then luckily we get some longevity here with Zach Azzanni. The one thing is, he's bouncing around a lot. So unfortunately he's getting let go at some places or having to find new work, but he's finding new work. And then he was with Denver, and he stayed on for 4 years, including a coaching staff change from Vic Fangio to Nathaniel Hackett, worked under Pat Shermer, worked in a kind of a pro-style offense. Jerry Jeudy, it wasn't like Jerry Jeudy popped. Jerry Jeudy had all the potential out of Alabama with route running, and I know you could talk about quarterback play. But Courtland Sutton's been okay, but I wouldn't describe the wide receivers in Denver as having absolutely flourished. But he did work with Garrett Wilson then in 2023. So he has worked with Jeudy, and then Garrett Wilson last year with Nathaniel Hackett. He joined the staff there with Hackett, learned a little bit from Aaron Rodgers. It's a very experienced wide receivers coach, somebody who's worked with Garrett Wilson, who again has a high expectation of getting the football, worked with Courtland Sutton and Antonio Brown. So he's worked with elite players. You know what I mean? He's worked with elite wide receivers, so he's seen their development. So now you're getting Arthur Smith, and Tom Azzanni to lead this offense. Again, it's totally a wait and see. I have more faith in the Seattle coaching moves and the Chargers defensive coaching moves. I like more than these. I mean, I maybe would have liked, for example, if Pittsburgh went and got the new Alabama Jamarcus Shepard, who's just, was with Rome Odunze, or, there's several great college wide receiver coaches that they could have gotten. And Zach Azzanni, I think he's fine. I don't know if it's unbelievable. Wes Welker's known as one of the best wide receiver coaches, but, this guy's been coaching wide receivers for about, such a long time, for about 25 years, which is very, very impressive. The thing is he going to get along with Arthur Smith? That's what I wonder. There is so many different influences. That's the good news, is that he has a little Urban Meyer, some plays, he could dial back with Urban Meyer. The Tennessee Volunteers, he has Butch Jones and that offensive staff, with Josh Dobbs, which was all right. But, Jawan Jennings. Then he has Foxy and that 1 year, I believe, in 2017 with Chi-Town and Denver. Pat Shurmur, so he's worked with just a lot of like experienced coaches. Nathaniel Hackett as well. I wish he worked with like a young OC, but I guess like Kellen Moore, then Tom Arf can maybe connect Kellen Moore to then, Nathaniel Hackett and the pro style tree. So overall, you are getting some, finally a little bit of interesting passing concepts, I believe. I think Nathaniel Hackett could probably create could he create interesting passing concepts? I mean, the Jets and Pat Shurmur, kind of stalled out a little bit. But Urban Meyer's passing offense was explosive. So you are creating a lot of the thing about Zach Azzanni is he's seen a lot of different systems. I mean, the Urban Meyer and the Pat Shurmur system are very, very different offenses. You're talking about a quick run and shoot, air raid, number system, simple but very effective wide receiver offensive system in a complicated West Coast scheme. And now Arthur Smith's going to be running some outside zone, which is different than Hackett. So you're creating these different influences, which I like. Create different influences, get these guys together in a room to create the best possible offense for whoever will be quarterbacking this team, and get George Pickens the football, get Calvin Austin the ball, make Diantoe Johnson's life worthwhile, get Jaylen Warren playing at the highest level, put Najee Harris in positions to score down at the goal line. I mean, that's what we need, for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. And I say I'm excited about Arthur Smith guy here. So excited about, what this could possibly be. And just trying to analyze this, like, is this home run stuff, Arf and Azzanni? It's all right. I'm not going to say I'm over the moon, like really anxious and excited, but I'm also not, in the dumps about it. I'm curious. I am curious about it. Lukewarm, cautiously optimistic. Let's see what this brings.